Have you ever noticed that your air conditioner seems to be working harder, your room takes longer to cool, and your electricity bill suddenly goes up, even though your AC is fairly new? Well, one hidden culprit could be excess refrigerant in your system. Yes, too much gas can actually cause your AC to consume more power instead of cooling faster. And in this video, I'll explain why that happens, how to detect it, and what to do about it. Understanding the refrigerant's role. First, let's understand what refrigerant actually does. The refrigerant is the lifeblood of your AC system. It circulates between the indoor and outdoor units, absorbing heat from your room and releasing it outside. For your system to perform efficiently, the amount of refrigerant inside the sealed system must be precise, as recommended by the manufacturer. Not too little, not too much. Just like your body needs the right amount of blood pressure, your air conditioner needs the right refrigerant pressure to work efficiently. What happens when you overcharge the system? When an AC technician adds too much refrigerant, we say the system is overcharged. This increases the pressure inside the compressor and condenser coil far beyond what the system is designed to handle. Now, this excessive pressure does a few damaging things. 1. Compressor overload. The compressor now has to work much harder to push the refrigerant through the system. The motor draws more current, and that means more power consumption. 2. Reduced cooling efficiency. With excess refrigerant, liquid refrigerant starts to fill up spaces meant for vapor. This reduces the heat transfer efficiency. So even though your compressor is working harder, your AC actually cools less effectively. 3. Higher condenser temperature. The condenser coil can't reject heat efficiently because the refrigerant pressure and temperature are abnormally high. This forces the compressor to run longer before the thermostat can cut off. 4. Possible liquid flood back. In some cases, liquid refrigerant may flow back into the compressor instead of vapor. This can cause slugging, damage compressor valves, and further reduce system performance. The end result: your compressor runs longer, draws more current, and your electricity bill skyrockets. Signs of excess refrigerant. So, how do you know if your system has too much refrigerant? Here are a few signs to watch for. The AC takes longer to cool the room. You notice unusually high electricity bills. The outdoor unit becomes very hot to touch. The compressor runs continuously without cycling off. You might even hear a gurgling or hissing sound from the outdoor unit. In some cases, the system might trip the circuit breaker due to high current draw. If you observe these symptoms, it's time to have a qualified technician check your system, pressure and cooling performance. The technical explanation for pros and enthusiasts. Technically, when refrigerant is overcharged, both discharge pressure and suction pressure increase. The higher discharge pressure means the compressor motor must overcome greater resistance. That's what causes high amperage draw. And because the evaporator coil might now be partially flooded with liquid refrigerant instead of vapor, it loses its ability to absorb heat effectively. So the cooling cycle takes longer, leading to extended compressor runtime, which again means higher power consumption. The right way to fix it. The only correct way to fix an overcharged system is to recover and recharge the refrigerant to the manufacturer's recommended specification. Technicians should use digital gauges and weighing scales to ensure the correct charge. Guesswork or topping up refrigerant without proper diagnosis is one of the biggest mistakes in air conditioning servicing. It's also advisable to check for other related issues such as dirty coils, restricted airflow, or faulty sensors, because these can also cause similar symptoms. Conclusion, takeaway. So, in summary, too much refrigerant in your AC is just as bad as too little. It increases compressor pressure, causes overheating, reduces cooling efficiency, and significantly raises your power consumption. If you've noticed your AC running non-stop and your electricity bills climbing, don't just assume it's the weather. It might be your refrigerant charge. Always call a qualified HVAC technician to diagnose and balance your system properly, because when it comes to refrigerant, more is not better. Precise is perfect.